DiehlFitness.com. So the next video I want to talk about is shoulders. So how do we get big shoulders? First thing is, don't injure the shoulder. Okay, you want to make sure they stay in the best position possible to carry load above the head. Now, how do we know if we have the best position? So the quickest way to check is if you stand up against a wall, the arms come up front, and if they get stuck and they can't go any further, you may have to compensate by arching the back. Now, if you are arching the back to do your shoulder press, chances are you're actually hitting more of the upper pec than you are the shoulder itself. Now, if you look at the lat, it starts down at the bottom, it comes up underneath the arm, and it inserts on the front of the humerus. So if you have tight lats, it's going to internally rotate the shoulder. If you're internally rotated, it's going to be very difficult to get up and come right past the ear without arching the back to do so. So, how do we lengthen the lat? Again, neuromuscular stretching is proven to lengthen muscles. One small side step away from this is if you are lengthening the muscle with a neuromuscular stretching technique, do not go straight into heavy lifting. You have made the joint unstable because of the lengthening process, and you want to take the time to work the opposing muscles, activate them so that you can restore the balance in the joint itself before you go off and do your heavy lifting. The first stretch is going to be onto the bench. You can see in the video I've set my elbows up onto the bench and I'm holding a piece of dowel. So the dowel is just to keep my hands apart so I don't internally rotate, because we want to facilitate the opposite, externally rotate while we're doing our lat stretch. The secret to the stretch: you're going to find the end range of the lat. You're going to apply more pressure to the lat itself by driving the elbows into the bench for 10 seconds. Once you finish your 10 seconds, you're going to relax that 20% pressure and allow the stretch to lengthen the lat a little bit more just on its own. Once you get to the new end range, you're going to apply pressure again for another 10 seconds, then relax it, allow it to go back into more of a stretch, hold that for 30 seconds, and we repeat that a third time. The second prime mover that you need to consider when you have a bad shoulder position to push up above the head in an overhead press is the chest. Chances are if your lat is tight and internally rotating the shoulder, the chest has followed suit and actually shortened also. So those two muscles working together are going to create a real problem for you to get your hands up above your head and past the ear. So in the chest stretch, I'm still using the same format with the neuromuscular stretching. This time I have my elbow set up on the bench as you see in the video. I'm finding the end range of the pectoral muscle. Once I get to the end range, I'm going to apply extra pressure onto my elbow that's contracting the muscle, holding for 10 seconds. Again, we only apply about 20% pressure. We don't want more than that. Okay, when you're relaxing into the muscle, make sure you hold for 30 seconds. When you're applying the pressure, it's only for 10 seconds. Repeat 3 times. This is DiehlFitness.com. Stay close by, because in a couple of days I'm going to put out my 3 favorite shoulder exercises to build some big delts. See you on the gym floor.